Those houses are very old, like 300, 400 years.
Yep. Das glaubst du erst, wenn du es selber siehst.
Was denn?
Das Teil hier.
Ach so.
Ich glaube, das ist die größte Steinplastik vom Volumen her. Wenn du das siehst, was die da ausgeschachtet haben, da fällt mir eigentlich doch noch der...
So this church is supposed to be the last work of King Lalibela. So you can see the details and the perfection here, how he improved his skill. He have got an experience from the other church, so here he beautifully curved the church. And can you see the water gutter on the roof? You see the water gutter from this side? And also UNESCO give priority for those monolithic churches to cover, to cover with the shelter, but they didn't put on this church. Why? Because it has a gutter on the roof, and the roof is a slope, and it has a very thick ceiling. So in this case, they didn't put on this church. And the thickness of the church is increasing downward step by step. The top is narrow, but the bottom is wide. So the bottom can hold the top of the roof.
What's the optional system?
On the roof, you mean?
No, no.
No, on the roof.
This side. On the other side.
On this side?
No, just opposite. For me, opposite. There's something standing on the ground. This one, you can see.
Mussten die ja schon, you must have known from the top, when you start from the top, how it will end up down here.
Well, that is what makes very...
So he must have already the concept,
Yeah.
how far he had to go down.
Yeah, and even imagine how he knows that how much rock is deep, you know.
Das sind also Absperrungen.
Lass kommen, Junge.
Lass jucken.
Schön gemeißelter Kanal.
This should belongs to me. And when King Lalibela came that way, St.George came with his horse from this side, and he took the church. As I told you, when the church is small, the first part of the church will be outside. So this is the choir, or the first part of the church.
Das ist hier ein schönes Bild hier, ja?
When he traveled, he took a couple of animals from different species, and he put the animal with their weight. No harpos have 3 levels, so he put the animal with their weight. Big animal in the ground, medium animal in the middle, small animal on the top. So on the top there are 12 open windows. Those 12 open windows is to give sunlight and the ventilation for the animal. And the bottom you can see windows, but they are not open. So we call them blind windows. So those blind windows were below the water. So to protect his animal from the water, he just blocked the bottom windows because they were below the water. And when you see the corner here, you see?
Yeah.
You see? The unfinished construction over there?
Yeah.
That is symbolized Mount Ararat, the place where Nohaland is here. That is the place where Nohaland is. But from archaeological point of view, they suggest this is because of the rock type. This is proper basalt, which is very hard to chisel, so they leave as it is, because it's hard for them to carve. With the green olive leaves that announce the Mount Ararat is safe for his animal and for his family. He was waiting for a long time, and lastly he sent the dove. The dove returned back with the green olive leaves. That show how, the mountain is safe for his animal and for his family and for his for himself as well. The grass. And we split on two pieces and tie on our head on Saturday next week. On Saturday. That is just to commemorate the crown thorn of Christ. And it's deep actually. And it's growing on the water actually. It's movable. It's floating. Yeah, you see? Yeah. It's floating. And they travel all over the world. And lastly, when they came here, and when they see this marble church, they were impressed and they decide to die here. So when they die, they don't kill themselves. They lived here. When they die, they put the body inside. And before they traveled, they were baptized by River Jordan, by the original River Jordan. Real. So Brooktide was the terminal just to sacrifice for the dragon. So always you have seen St.George riding white horse, holding his spear, killing the dragon to save the virgin from the dragon. So this is from 16. And here we have a very old wooden box. So this was the treasure box of the church. Treasure box of the church. And from the other side, we have a very old wooden box. Since who is the church? That was the toolbox of King Lalibela. The tools that used to make the church. That used to make the church. So you used to keep the tool inside the box. And it has a wooden screw, so we can just move to the other side, and we can see the wooden box of King Lalibela. I mean, the toolbox of King Lalibela. And when he liked to open the box, he used this wooden screw to open it. This is to open, see? And there's the church here. I think you have seen one tool in the museum. Very simple and just like us. Okay, Farsi. Socrates is the Her Fars the Yanana book. Fars. This one I made. Because every church has their own processional cross, which is given by King Lalibela from 12th century.
Okay.
So the St.George church is given by King Lalibela from 12th century. Each they have their own different crosses.
For that reason you can have these different crosses out of them.
So we do have like 12 different crosses in Lalibela, which is given by King Lalibela. So after he built the church, he just give for each church different processional cross. So each church they have their own processional, which is given by King Lalibela. So
and are you using this calendar in your everyday life? Yeah. In your everyday life as well? At the university?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, even if we exist your time, because there is a touristic place, but in another place, if you ask your time, they don't know, the people. Yeah.
So aeroplanes have a different schedule as well?
Well, they use both, actually. They use both. This is the southern cluster. This group of churches symbolized by heavenly Jerusalem. Because here we have a symbol of hell, heaven, and the path to heaven, and the church is located on the mountain. So in this case, just to show the difficulty, and to remind people how it's very difficult.
Okay, the path, you mean the path up here?
The path up here, the very narrow, you see the straight rock on the top, that is symbolized the way to heaven.
This one?
This one, yeah. And it is on the tunnel, we pass through the underground tunnel that we are going to see now, the hell. Change from this side. Okay.
So it's also a water collection.
There is
huge cistern.
Okay, here we have two churches called Gabriel and Raphael, and Archangel Gabriel and Raphael. So those two churches are separated by this big pillar, you see? To the right side is Raphael and to the left side is Gabriel. But Raphael is not fully active because its crack is in danger. But Gabriel still is used, still it's active. So in this case, the historians suggest those two churches were used for another function, but after the people converted to Gabriel and Raphael. So they highly suggest those two churches were used as a palace of King Lalibela. As a palace of King Lalibela.
abgebildet?
About 80,000 people die.
Bei wo?
Yeah. Between Eritrea and Ethiopia. So we lost our brothers at the time. Very young people. And they were very, I mean, most of them were well educated because they were taken from university, those people. So the northern cluster. Well, this is because of the rock type and
problems with rock.
sorry?
Cracks.
Yeah, you can see the cracks. Yeah, that's why I'm telling, I mean, 415, yeah? So you can see the restoration. This part of the roof were collapsed and restored recently. And you can see the crack here and on the roof also. You can see it. And this part.
And this was a castle, or
Yeah.
something like this. This was no
This church, as
church.
I told you, is supposed to be the palace of King Lalibela. So that's why he had a very huge and strong door here. Well, it will be fine tomorrow, maybe in the morning. Because this morning it was.
We go through the tunnel.
Yeah, his choice. He wants us to go through the tunnel.
We want to go through hell.
Yeah, okay, come.
So we have a better understanding of heaven.
Okay. So on the way to hell, there will be something. So be careful, okay?
What will be something, a dragon? So we call
don't know
for
exactly what
we
will
call for
happen.
St.George.
Anyways, on the way to hell, because we are going to hell, we are going to the dirty place. So on the way something will be happen. So be careful there.
This is the official entrance of the hell. Oh. Aha, he disappeared. Aha, it's away.
Sorry? Yeah, so this is better.
But couldn't it be that this is part of a palace with a defense tower?
No, not at all.
So this wood, it has its own function. As you know, Jesus was born in the stable. So this is just to symbolize the stable.
Yeah.
Where the okay. No steps.
And no light.
No light.
Now I can start.
And one just to the right side of the wall. Your right side of, your right hand on the wall, and your left hand above your head. Just put it and walk very. So we better continue to the next church because this one is just like.
Essen kommen.
Breakfast.
Yeah. 2 floors. The second floor has 9 rooms, symbolize the 9 saints which came from Rome and Syria. As I told you, after Christianity introduced in Ethiopia, there was 9 saints came from Rome and Syria. In the 5th century to spread Christianity. Yeah. That's why this. Yeah.
Thank you.
You can take the pictures.
So this is the exit from the
So this
tunnel.
is the exit for the second section tunnel. If we will continue, we'll come up here.
But it's closed right now.
Yeah. Have you seen from the beginning?
Okay.
It's closed. Also from here. After the staggered cross of King Lalibela stolen. So because people, they just go inside the cave and they escaped here. They stole something from the church and escaped through the tunnel. So that's why they locked here and from the beginning.
So. Na, ich glaube, das wäre ein 2-Wochen-Projekt gewesen. Jeden Tag 2 Kirchen oder so.
Bis wir die gefunden hätten.
Ja.
Behind you and down here. All these are just made at the same time with the church. The air of the needle. The air of the needle. This is just to symbolize the air of the needle.
Okay.
It is difficult for the rich man to see the heaven rather than the camel pass through the air of the needle.
We are poor men. We can go through.
Well, that's true.
So this is symbolize the air of the needle.
I easily can pass through.
Have you been Petra in Jordan?
No, not yet.
No. Have you seen the picture?
Yeah.
Some suggest this looks like Petra. But Petra is very big, very high. The church looks like priest standing, and the rock on the top looks like the Ark of the Covenant. Because the church is symbolized Suraphael and the Cherubim, those who support together Ark in heaven. Suraphael and the Cherubim. And the church has 3 aisles. This is very small, but still it has 3 aisles. So the 2 sides is lower and flat, and the middle is higher and vaulted. And the church on the top you can see decorated with those rectangular and blind windows like Emmanuel Church. You see, he's one of the 9 saints, came from Lebanon, and he just dig out water from the rock and baptizing people to be Christian. So he was the one who expanding Christianity in Ethiopia. Especially, it's made to be. This church made big. The one who was asking.
Jetzt sind wir in Petra angekommen, da geht es jetzt weiter. Durch die nächste Höhle sind wir in Jordanien plötzlich. Okay.
Cheerio!
Thank you, Mulay, for the very nice tour to Lalibela.
Thank you for
We really enjoyed it.
Okay.
You know?
being a very good land.
Dürfte ich Sie mal als Touristen fragen, wie fanden Sie es denn hier so?
Ausgezeichnet. Das heißt, der Toast war wirklich stilig.
Okay, Essen und so weiter. Dusche. Sensationell, dass es hier, wo es sonst kein Wasser gibt, eine heiße Dusche gibt, oder?
Das war großartig. Das war auch notwendig bei dem Stau.
Okay, wir bedanken uns fürs Interview.